Hello everybody. In today's video we are going to discuss the topic related to the ethics or the importance of never speaking ill of anyone, neither invoking disgrace upon your fellow human being. It is a common reality in our world that when someone does wrong to you, to me, then the majority of the people perhaps get, of course, offended, angry, and then they want to take revenge. Oh, you have to pay for what you have done to me. You have to suffer as much or more than the pain that you inflicted me. And sometimes it shouldn't be the revenge what should motivate the person, but justice. There is a difference between revenge and justice. Justice must be seek. Revenge, never. This is not the example that we have from the Prophet of God, neither from the Book of God. In this respect, that's why the warning from the prophets is that never speak evil, never call for the disgrace of your brother, of your sisters, of any other human being neither. Because why should you claim and call unto God to bring disgrace on someone else as if that's gonna make you feel good, it's gonna make you feel better, it's gonna give you pleasure on the pain and suffering of another human being? You have to watch out, because perhaps the Almighty might bring you into account on why have you invoked a disgrace on someone else, curse on someone else. And if you have sufficient reasons to do such a thing, and you might be found even guilty of that, or even invoking a greater evil or disgrace on someone else, perhaps greater than the pain that they have inflicted onto you. We have to always remember that the one who is in charge of the world is the Almighty. God is not blind of what's happening in the world. It's clearly written in the Quran that God never forgets. So He knows if someone has done wrong to you, and if someone has wronged the community, if someone has hurt His servants, He doesn't forget the person who has done the evil. Therefore, that person will get the punishment. But to seek justice is one thing, to seek revenge is something else that is not encouraged and is not taught by the Prophet. In this respect, always we have to trust God, because to take the matter into our hands means that we are taking the position of God and deciding and ruling, and as if we have the old boys. No, the one with the big boys, with the strong boys, is God. The one who runs the world is God. He knows what He's doing. Sometimes we don't understand why certain things happen to us. Good things happen. We are very happy and excited. Thank you, God. When evil strikes, we are sad, discouraged. We start cursing others. We start blaming the community. I start blaming the government. I blame the president. I blame a society. I blame someone from another religion. I blame myself sometimes. Stop putting the blame on different places and trust God. God is testing us. We came into this earth to be tested. Then we can be refined, and then we can earn our place back into the new world that is known as paradise, in Arabic Jannah. Therefore, the importance to recognize that the one who is ruling the world, the one who is testing us, is God. And then He uses instruments, because of course we live in the world of matter, we live on earth, there are government, institutions, people. Yeah, these are all instruments in the hand of God. You think that because the president is attacking my community, the president is doing this, or the government, or such people, or such... That's a foolish behavior and foolish way of thinking. Do you think that this president really is written in the Quran? Surah number 2, verse 255. The ruler of the heavens and the earth is God. Not the presidents of countries, not anyone. The one who rules the world and never gets tired is God. So you think you can tell God how to rule His own creation? It's foolish to think this way. That's why countries, governments, presidents are puppets in the hand of God. Instruments that He uses sometimes to bring good, but sometimes to test his servants. Like it's written also in the book of God, do not think that you will get into paradise without being tested with many things, with diseases, famine, illness. Many bad things will happen as a test, and see your faith. You say that you believe in me, you say that you trust me, okay, let me prove you and see if it's true. One thing is to say, one thing is to show it for real when it happens. Then never get angry or upset and invoke evil or cursing on your fellow human being or countries or governments or people. Many things are happening in the world we don't understand. But remember that always the hand of the Almighty is behind it. Do you think that God really wants to hurt you or bring bad into your life or to your family? Of course not. Then there must be a reason why certain things are happening to you, and why things happen in certain way that we don't understand. But it's written also in the text in the Quran. Who can then read the mind of God and know his thinking and why he acts? Who can tell God how to act and how? No one can tell the ruler of the world how to do things. You are not even the owner of your own body, and your body and your soul were given to you from God. So be thankful and be patient, because God do things, test us, and see if we cultivate the qualities of patience. We must be patient and endure whatever comes, goodness and bad. We both must be accepted. Patience, tolerance, love, forgiveness, to forgive our brothers and sisters, even people who are from outside the community. Everything are instruments from God. Every single human being on this earth, either if they are from your religion or not, are a creation of God. Every single human being has been created in the image of God. And God utilizes anyone He pleases to test you, to interact with you, to bring goodness to you, or to bring sometimes or to upset you. But you say that you are loved and that you forgive others. Really? Okay, show me. You say that you can apply these qualities. You want to please your Lord. Okay, let's see. Let's see if you will do it when someone wrongs you, if you will really forgive someone else. Because it is written in the Quran and in the books of the prophets that when someone does wrong to you, you have to forgive. But when then something happens is when you will prove really. It's when you are tested. Because think about this. God says you have to forgive others. But in order to forgive, someone have to do wrong to you. Someone have to offend you. Someone had to make you angry, upset, so you can forgive that person. If no one hurts you, if no one makes you angry, if no one really, makes you to be really mad, then you cannot forgive. So if that happens to you, remember that teaching from God. Okay, someone has done something to you. Now, okay, forgive. Forgive and heal your heart. Heal yourself internally. Show how mature spiritually you are in religion, in your deeds, in your deen. Then you can really say, I have fulfilled that commandment and that instruction and that teaching from God that says to forgive others. Because when so and such person, my brother, my husband, whoever, my neighbor did something bad to me, I apply the teaching from the book of God that says that I have to forgive, and I forgave that person. Even that person make me angry or wrong me or something, I forgave that person. Why? Because the ultimate ruler is God. God will do justice. God, if someone really does something bad to you, He will bring you justice. Do you think that He forgets? No. He always wants to bring good to you, to your family, to your community. Therefore, again, don't hurry to get angry and upset and cursing others and cursing the community and cursing people that are not from your religion. Or why this is happening in the world, that wars happening, there's a terrorist attack, someone is stealing the land in countries of other people, people are bringing bad governments. Okay, things are happening in the world, but never forget, nothing happens in the world if it's not because of the will of God. As it is written in the Quran many times, and in Surah number 40 verse 68, God is the one who brings life and the one who brings death. And when He wants something to happen, He only says, be, and it becomes. So do not think that the ones who are ruling the world, in control of the world, are the governments or these people, in ways that people are doing good or bad. Nonsense, foolish thinking. The one who is in control of the world is the Almighty. To think that someone else is ruling the world is not to trust or believe in what the Book of God is saying. Because the ruler of the heavens and the earth is only one, and that's the Almighty. We don't understand, again, why things are happening, but remember, every single thing that is happening in the world, or has ever happened or will happen, has been already predestined. It's written in predestination in the Book of God. As it is written, as I said, Surah number 2 verse 255, it says that God knows what comes and before and after. No one can tell Him anything. He knows. He's in control of everything. Therefore, everything is happening according to all the prophecies and the teachings of the prophets has been revealed in the Book of God. So, it is important to remember this. Don't be quick to judge, to invoke evil or cursing. People who have sometimes a big mouth cursing governments and cursing presidents and cursing people. Control for a moment. This is not the teaching that we have from the Prophet. This is not the example from the Prophet. The Prophet said, you have to even forgive even your enemies. This is written in the Hadith. Forgive even your enemies. This is amazing. And this is the example that we have from the Prophet. When the Muslims got into Mecca and conquered Mecca, all these people who were the enemies of the Prophet and enemies of Islam, what do you think that the Prophet did? He forgave them, all of them. The people who were persecuting him to kill him and to kill all the Muslim community and persecute him, all of them, and did so many bad things. And what was his reaction? He forgave all his enemies. And this is the example that we have. This is the example that we have to follow. This is the model that we have to follow. So don't bring any excuse, and because someone else says that you have to do this or that. Human beings who pretend, who have knowledge, sometimes incites evil and bring passions into the hearts of men to harm and to reply in the same way. If someone does evil to me, I will do evil to you. No. People who sometimes claims to represent, to speak in the name of God, this is not the example that we have from the Prophet. This is not the example that we have from the Book of God. It is clearly stated. Someone else who comes to bring some different teaching is deviating from what is written and from the example, the greatest example that we have. Therefore, never forget these things, and also never forget that everything that happens in the world has been written and predestined by God. And God rules the world, is in control of everything. Therefore, trust Him, because He only desires goods for His servants. He knows what He's doing, even though we don't understand. That's why we have to have faith and trust in God. He knows and He wants the best for us. Let's behave in a proper way, with proper character. Let's show that we are servants of the Most Merciful. Let's show that we have purified our hearts. Let's show to the world that we are different, because we are the servants of the Most Merciful. We are the followers of those many generations of prophets, change of prophets who came with the same message of humility, of understanding, of love, of compassion, of changing what's wrong in the world and to bring in the light of the knowledge of God. Therefore, let the light of this knowledge, of this beautiful message, be shine forth through us, but never our wrong actions or behaviors or tongue might discredit our religion, our God, the religion that we profess. Do not allow that to happen because of our weakness in our human nature, or no. Show that you have worked on you have purified yourself. show that you are a servant of the Most Merciful. Therefore, this is the message that I want to convey to you. Thank you so much, as always, for your attention. Don't forget to share this video, subscribe to the channel, and God willing, we'll see each other in the next video. Thank you so much.